Imagine a world where law enforcement officers work in plain sight, their identities visible to all. Sounds like a radical idea, right? But here's where it gets controversial. California is making it a reality for federal immigration agents operating in the Golden State. In a bold move that's shaking up the national conversation, Governor Gavin Newsom signed 5 groundbreaking bills last weekend, directly challenging President Trump's aggressive deportation policies and sparking a high-stakes clash between state and federal authorities. The centerpiece of this legislative showdown? A sweeping ban on face coverings for ICE officers and local law enforcement during official duties. Newsom, flanked by advocates and community leaders at a Los Angeles ceremony, framed the issue as a fight for transparency and trust. When you hide behind a mask, you're not enforcing the law, you're hiding from it, he declared, echoing his sharp criticism of ICE's secretive tactics. The governor's message was clear. If you're doing your job right, there's no need to conceal your face. But this isn't just about masks. The new laws target a deeper philosophical divide, the balance between public safety and government accountability. Consider the real-world stakes. Since Trump's presidency began, Southern California has seen chaotic immigration raids, a tragic death during one such operation, and widespread reports of racial profiling. Federal agents have routinely worn face coverings during these operations, fueling fears among immigrant communities. Now, California is flipping the script, demanding that officers identify themselves and show credentials in schools, hospitals, and other public spaces. The response from Washington has been equally fiery. The Department of Homeland Security argued that masks protect agents from being doxxed, a term they've oddly redefined to mean having their identities exposed. But California lawmakers aren't backing down. Democratic Senator Scott Wiener, who authored the mask ban, called the argument absurd. Ski masks don't make communities safer. They breed fear and lawlessness, he wrote. If you need a disguise to do your job, maybe you should pick a different profession. And this is the part most people miss. This isn't just a California versus Washington dispute. It's a test of how much power states can exert over federal law enforcement. Critics like police union representatives argue that California has overstepped, claiming the state has no authority to second-guess federal policies. But Newsom and his allies see it differently. Public safety depends on trust, the governor wrote in a pointed statement. Trump and his team have shattered that trust, and California is rebuilding it. The new laws include immediate restrictions on ICE access to schools and hospitals, requirements for visible identification badges, and limits on when bounty hunters can assist with immigration enforcement. Some provisions take effect as early as today, while others kick in on January 1st. Meanwhile, Newsom still faces decisions on additional bills, including one that would guarantee legal representation for undocumented minors in court, a measure critics call unrealistic, but supporters hail as a moral imperative. So what's next? The political fireworks show no signs of slowing. Acting U.S. Attorney Bill Esseley recently condemned Newsom's team for what he called threats against officials, prompting a swift rebuttal from the governor's office. And as the October 12th deadline looms for Newsom to sign or veto remaining legislation, one question lingers. Should states have the power to dictate how federal agents operate within their borders? We want to hear your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe transparency trumps operational security in law enforcement? Or does this set a dangerous precedent for federal-state relations?